Programming on WCS-TV is brought to you in part by a donation from Robert Oliver Bratcher of the Stanley & Bratcher Law Firm, located at 100 West Main Street in McMinnville, Tennessee.
Programming on WCS-TV is brought to you in part by a donation from the Middle Tennessee Dr. Pepper Bottling Company, serving McMinnville and Warren County since 1938.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Sit Down with the Director. I'm Robin Phillips and I'm here today again with our Director of Schools, Bobby Cox. Bobby, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. I think that what everybody probably wants to know is about our building projects. So if you could tell us, I know we've got one that's complete,
Right.
and a couple of more that are going
Moving.
where they're supposed to be going.
They are.
So if you could tell us a little bit about those.
Okay. The high school building project is complete. We've got our certificate of occupancy. Students have been using both facilities for the last couple of weeks now. So we have an open house that is this Sunday, which I believe is the 12th or 13th. Yeah, March 13th. So we have that from 2 to 4 at the high school. So March 13th, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. I'd like to invite everybody out to come and see the high school field house and wellness center. And it's going great. I mean, everything's in, the equipment's in. It's state of the art. It's top notch. A lot of college programs would like to have a facility that looks like this. So we're very pleased with it. And it truly is a multi-sport, multi-school facility. It's been used by the soccer team already, baseball team already, football has been in there. ROTC has used it during their drill meet. So PE classes. So it's truly a really multi-sport facility. So it has, the turf floor is down, all the weights are in. Again, it's state of the art. So we'd like to have everybody out to come and visit it on Sunday the 13th from 2 to 4.
Great.
Bobby Ray, their work is done as far as they can go right now. The bleachers upstairs in the gym at Bobby Ray have been refinished and painted. The railings have been completed where they're ADA compliant, where folks can't fall through them, and they are also painted. The ceiling has been painted. Some of the painting on the walls has been done. The new bathrooms are installed and usable. The concession stand and central heat and air is in. So everything is good there. So all we'll do with Bobby Ray is when school's out, we'll take up the old floor and take out the old bleachers and put the new in and do a little touch-up, and we should be finished with that well before school starts.
Okay, great. And that has a whole new look to the campus.
It will have a whole new look. The old band building is there no more, and have a new ramp that goes down, and there's a grassy area between the buildings, so it's looking really good. Really good.
And then we have Irving College.
Irving College is moving right along. A lot of the work has been done there. Finally got the rain to subside a little bit, got the brickwork done, and they have worked on the metal outside of the building. Waiting on walls to dry out from the rain for the gym to be painted. Cafeteria is moving forward. We've got a lot of painting done there. Classrooms have a first coat of paint on them. Restrooms have first coat of paint on them. And so we'll start working again as soon as school's out. There's a wall that has to be put up in the old gym to connect the buildings. And then renovation in the old part of the building. And we'll be good to go there. So we're supposed to be finished by the time school starts. So hopefully that'll work out.
Wow, it's been a busy year. Lots of things have gotten done.
It has.
Well, that's great. Now, I know we're also busy right now this time of the year with testing. And we have had some difficulties with the testing, I know, and people are concerned about that or interested with what's going on and how that has changed anything for our system. Could you tell us about that?
Well, it has, and it's really not our fault. It's kind of as everybody's probably seen in the news, testing company that was hired by the state did not produce the online assessment to meet the satisfaction of the state. So we've prepared all year for an online assessment, and now we're on paper pencil assessment. So there was a delay there in printing the materials because, the testing company, Measurement Incorporated, didn't I guess, plan on having to do a print assessment. So that took some time. Also this year change is there are 2 phases of the assessment. So we were supposed to give the first phase starting in late February through early March, and then the second phase in late April and into May. Well, now we didn't get ours until a week ago, so the high school tested last week. Elementary is testing this week, so then we have to get that boxed up and out, and then in April we'll be testing again the second phase into May. So the last 3 months of school are going to be heavy assessment. We also have the ACT in April that students have to take, so that's very important for our accountability. We have to have 95% of our current juniors to take that test, so we will be making sure that that happens. So we have a new accountability system, new standards, new tests. It's just a busy time.
Absolutely. And for students, and I think what the public may or may not understand too is that because they were taking the test online this year, we've had a lot of the teachers and the students have done a lot of preparation on how to use the mouse and how to use different aspects of that, which we'll be able to use next year. But it has been a big shift to be able to take it in that way. And then I guess, what do we have, about probably 6,000 tests or so that we would have to?
Well, it's about grades 3 through 8. So
okay, so not quite
it's
so
about
many,
3,500 students, and then the high school. So overall, close to 4,500, 5,000 tests that we're going to be moving or touching in some form or fashion. So that it has been, and teachers are frustrated. And understandably so. Parents, I can understand their frustration. We are frustrated with it, but it's the world that we live in and the hand that we're dealt, and we will make the best of it. And kids are pretty resilient, and they'll do the best they can, and we'll move forward. But we had to change gears in midstream, so we'll see how the results come back. Truthfully, I think they may come back a little lower than what we expect because of that. And if they do, then we'll start from there and move forward.
Okay, and we have new standards this year as well. So we've got sort of a double change going on with that. So it will maybe just be a year we're not quite sure what to expect until it comes back. It's
the term baseline year comes into effect. So this is a baseline year, and we'll build from there.
Okay, great. Well, speaking of the test being over, as soon as it gets over, I think we have our spring break. We want to remind everybody about that. So that is
March 21st through the 24th, I believe.
Okay.
Or 25th.
Okay.
That week of March 21st.
Okay.
So that will be our spring break this year, and hopefully the weather will be nice and we can get outside and enjoy some time there, and then when we come back we'll start testing again. Okay, well, that sounds good. Also, I think we did pass a new calendar at the last board meeting, and that calendar will be for next school year, 2016-17. So I know that that's online, right?
But for those who have been waiting for that calendar, that is up on our website, warrenschools.com, and it's pretty similar, I think, in most respects to last year's. There may have been a change or two. Right. Did you want to?
Sure. We started this year a little bit. Last year we started a little bit later just because the way some of the dates fell. This year it's a little bit earlier, but we always try to plan the calendar in the same way, so we give parents the opportunity to plan vacations and things that they need to do. And it starts, I think it's on August the 8th. Again, I would go to warrenschools.com to get that. wouldn't hold me to that, but it starts on a Tuesday. We have a Wednesday off, and then the students come back Thursday and Friday, so I have a partial week. We stopped having the early release days this year. We started several years ago doing that, and it just seemed to work out pretty well. But it was a hardship on, I think, parents and businesses. We did early release, we've done early in. So this year what we've done is just taken 3 days and spread those out throughout the year for professional development that we need, and they'll be full days. We can focus on that, and that way we won't have to worry about releasing and running buses and things of that type. So that's one change that's there. And then from the proposed calendar, we did make sure that fall break was consistent with what we've done in the past. I think it's the second week in October. Originally, we had it on the third week, so we did make that change. But again, I'd go to warrenschools.com. The calendar, 16-17 calendar is there. We'll start in early August. We'll end in late May and be out before Memorial Day, and have 10 snow days built in, as we always do. Have fall break, spring break, and all the major holidays that are in there. So.
Okay, very good. And so anybody who needs to get planning for next year, they can do so now.
Sure can.
I think that's about all that we need to talk about today. So if there's nothing else, then we will just sign off and say goodbye and thank you.
All right.
Programming on WCS-TV is made possible in part by a donation from Security Federal Savings Bank, serving its customers with 3 convenient Warren County locations.
Programming on WCS-TV Channel 180 is made possible in part through donations from your McMinnville State Farm agents Lee Holland, Norm Barnes, Neil Helton, and Bill Zeckman.